Welcome to another Majic of Maine video. Today we're going to do a white-tailed deer, a great big buck. In the video that you purchased, you have a tracing pattern right here. And you're only to be concerned with the outline, the silhouette. Go around, cut around the antlers and around the legs and everything, and you'll end up with a silhouette, hopefully. Now, you just simply peel the adhesive back off in your little cutout. Being a little careful when you get up around the antlers because they're just a little bit of paper there. And you go up to your canvas. Now today here I have a 20 by 30 canvas, a little different than we used in the past. And it's, a nice painting to do for over a couch or over a fireplace in a den or something like that. And on the canvas you have to decide where you're going to put this deer. So I'm going to say right here. And you want to get him squared up pretty good. And just rub this on with your fingers like this, being very careful. Try not to fold it under because it's adhesive back and it'll stick together. So I rub that on there with my fingers, and I've got it roughly in the area that I want my deer to be in the picture. You want to get that on there tight enough so you don't have a lot of paint getting under it, and this will stop it. Now today's painting, and the issue, because of time constraints, I've already gone ahead and done my painting, but I wanted to show you how to get this on the painting. This is very critical, and the placement is very critical. And in the painting that I've done, I'll show you in just a moment, I've done a background of a winter scene and worked on through and up to the foreground. I got a brook in here and things like that. But you got to have this in the right spot, and this is about where I want it. Now I'm going to go ahead now and put up the other painting. Hi, here we are back again. And like I say, in the interest of time and everything, there's no way that we could do a video and do all this painting on it, because I spent about 3 or 4 hours on this painting. A few things I want to point out though. The farther in the background things are, the fainter they should be, the less detail. And as you come forward, they should get progressively darker. Now, the old deer is right here. But there's a couple of things you have to know when you do your wet-on-wet painting, your landscape, that you have to get right before you get to the stage. Right in here on a deer, he has a white throat. So you wouldn't want white snow here. See, I've got a shadow here, like, oh, this is in the early season snow, maybe there's some leaves and it's casting a shadow right here, see? So I'm going to have white on a grayish tone there, and that's important. The antlers are going to contrast. You don't want to use light on light or dark on dark. You have to keep balancing them off. We're going to go ahead now. I'll just take this deer off here if it'll come off. Just pull it off. And it sometimes tears, but that's all right. The main thing here is to just get it off in there. There, now I'm going to take a pencil and just roughly I'm going to draw in which leg goes where. Like I want this leg here, I want the tail here, and over here, up here on the face, we're going to have one eye here, and we'll have the other eye sitting about there. We have the nostrils here and the chin there. Okay, now I want to get down to my palette and show you what I've done here. The first thing I want to show you is it's a very limited palette. Black, white, burnt sienna, yellow ochre, Van Dyke brown. I've mixed up a little gray for shadow colors on the deer. I've taken some Van Dyke brown, mixed a little yellow ochre, a little black, a little gray into it, and I have my white. Okay, and here I have my little plastic cup, the top off in an aerosol can, and that has just plain odorless paint thinner in it. And for brushes, looks like a lot of them here, but there's doubles. I use the angular brushes, the 3/8, ½ inch, and a script liner brush. That's all the brushes we use for this technique. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can paint this deer today. Okay, I'm going to take the ½ inch brush and go into this mixture of paint. And again, I put my hand up here and I rest my right hand here, and we just start painting. Now I always start at the back end of the deer first. I don't know why, but I'm just going to put in some of this brownish color. Okay, now we're going to go up here. Let's go do the white first. Okay, under the chin. This is a throat. Now we got to be careful here. Now I'm putting white, and I've got a little dirt in the brush because I don't want it really white. I want it off-white a little. So we just put this white here, and we come up around here with a little white. A little white there, and around a deer's eye, there's a white patch. So we put it there, and we got to put a little over here on this side. Hopefully it'll all come together here in a minute. We want a lighter color. Now the sun's coming this way, so this is quite important right here. On his throat here, so we want this to be lighter. Right out to the edge. Now notice how I'm moving my brush. I'm doing like I was painting something round, see? Now I'm going to put a little brown in here, bring this brown down here together. Remember we put some black here? See how dark it is there now? And as it comes around into the light, it's going to give us some form. Now we're working up here with the colors. You see how I'm just taking a variety of these colors, not just one particular color. And I'm blending. And that's important. Now I'm going to take a little white, this brush here. I'm going to go up here. Now I want to really blend this together here so it all comes together. Okay, now we've got to go up on the face, so we'll take a smaller brush. I like to get up there with that because it's a very small area and it's kind of critical. I'll go up here between the antlers with a darker color. Now you notice I don't have any medium on this tall. I'm doing this all dry. If you had a medium, you'd have it running everywhere. You wouldn't be able to control your paint. I'll just get the color on there. Now most white-tailed deer have a little bit of white between the brown here and the dark of the nose. So this is going to be his nose. And it takes you a little bit of time to do this, you know. I really shouldn't be talking while I'm doing it. You have to hold your breath. Now you want to get it round. There's a nostril there. See the way that... Okay. Now we'll get down on the... he's got that lower jaw right below his nose here, so we take the small brush and just put some white paint there. And come down around here with the white paint. And then blend some more, see? Okay, now go back to your script liner brush. And a deer has a little black mark on his lower jaw, just back of the nose. Stands out pretty good. Just like that right there. Clean the script liner brush and go into a little of this gray paint. And right under the chin, you want a little gray. Then take your bigger brush. I use this, I guess it's a 1/4-inch brush. And you want some gray here. See, it's casting a shadow right there. It's not all white, see? It's white out here, but then his face is in the way, so there's a shadow there. That's what I mean by starting with the back end of the deer and coming forward with it, because when you get up to the head there, you kind of got to have your fingers all warmed up in good shape. Now, not much of this eye over here is going to show. That's, we got to have a little more, I guess. But you can always go back and touch these up. I do after they dry a little bit. I have to go back and touch them up. Now I'm going to take my script liner brush and go into the lighter yellow ochre, straight yellow ochre here. Kind of form the ear here, see? Now on the other side, the light's not hitting it there, so you want a little darker color right there. Just the same thing, but a little darker. And go back and just touch that up again. Like so. Go up here and just take a dry brush and just tap. See, you can blend. Make that soft around the eye, see? Just work at it a little bit around the face. Want a little darker there, just offset it a little more. I really enjoyed bringing this video to you. And like I say, outside of coming back in a few days and putting some more highlights on it, I think I've showed you basically how you do this. And I'm just going to go ahead now and sign this painting. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you later.